Jonathan Miller. There's a kid outside, soaked to the bone, shivering on the doorstep, saying he only wants a small piece of bread.
Let him in. In my house, no one is ever refused food.
By the iron fence of the estate, Jonathan, wealthy and respected, stands in silence and watches the storm. His eyes look like they're waiting for a miracle, but the miracle hasn't come in years. Because years ago, fate took from him something money could never buy back. His wife left one early morning, holding their newborn in her arms. Not a single explanation, and then no word ever again. The baby's name was Samuel. Jonathan searched nearly every corner of the country, but he never found him. Slowly, he had to accept it. Maybe fate had already buried that hope. And even so, every night he still prayed, "Lord, if my child is still alive, please take care of him for me." That afternoon, the wind slapped the windows hard. Then suddenly, the door. 3 heavy knocks. Knock, knock, knock. The butler rushed in, shouting, "Jonathan, there's a child outside. He's drenched and he says he just wants a piece of bread." Jonathan looks toward the road. Far off, he sees a small figure, so cold he can barely stand. His voice turns firm. "Let him in. In my house, no one is ever refused food." The boy steps inside slowly, mud on his shoes. In his eyes, the kind of exhaustion you survive into. Jonathan asks, "What's your name?" The boy says, "Samuel, sir. Samuel Brown." Jonathan's heart jolts. That last name is like an old key, twisting open a door sealed for years. He forces his voice steady. "Where's your mother?" The boy lowers his head. "She went to live with God. She told me not to give up. She said God would lead me to a good man." Those words hit Jonathan like an arrow to the chest. His tears mix with the rain dripping from the brim of his hat. He says softly, "Come in, Samuel. Here, you won't lack a thing." The butler brings hot milk and cheese bread. The boy eats slowly, looking around as he chews, like he can't believe any of this is real. The longer Jonathan watches him, the more something feels impossible. The shape of his eyes, exactly like the one in Jonathan's memory, and the little eyebrow twitch when he's scared, exactly the same. One expression, and Jonathan feels yesterday return. His heart starts racing. He turns, opens an old wooden trunk, pulls out yellowed letters, a torn photograph, and the file he's never dared to open. He hands the photo to the boy, a young woman holding a baby. Samuel's eyes go wide. That's my mom." The kitchen turns so quiet, it feels frightening. Jonathan's hand slips. The photo drops to the floor. He covers his face, his voice breaking. "My God, you're my son." Samuel hasn't even processed it, and Jonathan is already on his knees, tears falling fast. "Samuel, I'm your father." The boy freezes for half a second, then throws his arms around him. Jonathan holds on tight, like he's afraid this moment will be taken away again. Over and over he sobs, "God brought you back. He heard my prayer." Right then, the rain begins to ease. A crack opens in the clouds, and a beam of golden light spills over the estate. The butler says through tears, "Jonathan, God is still working miracles." That night, the mansion has life again. The halls fill with Samuel's laughter. For the first time in many years, Jonathan gives thanks out loud at the dinner table. That small piece of bread the boy asked for became the bread that stitched his broken faith back together. Because some things you think you've lost forever, God hasn't failed to return them. He's simply been keeping them for you, and at the right time, He places them back in your hands. If this story hit you, leave one word in the comments. Amen. A reminder for everyone, God can still make an impossible reunion happen.